Hey kids, Mr. Fly here, hope you're well, and welcome back to my garage, where today I'm about to manhandle this beast out of the garage. This is the brand new for 2020 BMW S1000 XR that I'm absolutely chuffed to say is my latest long-term loaner from BMW UK, so thank you to those guys for making the bike available to me. I've been riding it for the last few days, starting to get a bit of a feel for what I like about the bike, so if you're interested in this, stick around, stay tuned, because I'm going to give you the top 5 things that I love about the S1000 XR. So let me get her out of the garage and let's jump on the bike. Okay, so we're off then, folks, on my top 5 things I love about the 2020 BMW S1000 XR, one of my favourite little local loops. Lovely day for a ride today, just the right sort of temperature. Could be a little bit sunnier though, but there we go, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so to number 5 on my list, and I'm not sure I've quite got the ordering right of these, but anyway, you've got to start somewhere. And number 5 on my list is the comprehensive electronics suite on this bike. Now, this bike has had absolutely everything thrown at it. This particular model that I'm riding is the TE model, so it has all the things that you're going to want on it. And this one also has the things like the electronic suspension. But as standard, it comes with things like keyless ride, cruise control. It's got the incredible BMW TFT that I'm always going on about. I'm not actually a huge fan of TFTs per se, but if you're going to have one, have the BMW one, because it is absolutely cracking. So clear to see, easy and intuitive to use, together with the whiz wheel as well. Love that about it. It's got an amazing level of adjustability on this, as you can imagine. This particular version of the bike and the TFT has a separate sort of sports mode. You can go in and change all sorts of things, so all the different levels of traction control you can fiddle with, all the levels of ABS, intrusiveness, it's all there to be played with. So if you love your electronics and your gadgets on a bike, then the XR is going to be for you. So that's number 5 on my list, the top 5 things I love about the bike. That's its comprehensive electronics suite. Okay then, to the next thing I love about the 2020 bike. And I say the 2020 bike because this is a distinct change from the previous versions of XR that BMW have done. They've changed the looks of the bike radically. The styling of the new bike is completely different to the existing XR, or the pre-2020 XR I should say. And I didn't used to like the way the bike looked. It used to have an asymmetric front end. I used to describe it as the BMW squinty front end, whereas that's all gone now. The bike is nicely symmetrical at the front, and I think as a sports touring bike it just looks the business now. Properly purposeful, and unlike any other bike really that you can buy that's on the market. So well done the designers at BMW. I think you've done a great job. Thank you, sir or lady. I think you've done a great job on the styling of this bike. So that's number 4. Let's get it around the right way. Number 4 on my list, the top 5 things I love, and that is now the styling and the looks of the bike. Oh yes! What a machine. Love it. Oh, the brakes are good. That should have made my list. Okay, all that leads me nicely on to number 3 of my top 5 list. Anything come in? No. Oh, a bit of mud on the road here, that's not good. Right, check this out. Oh, this thing is just a beast, this bike. It's all about the performance. And that's what makes number 3 on my list. The acceleration and performance of this bike is just something else. For a sports tourer, it really does want to go. It's got the 1000cc engine or thereabouts, the 4-cylinder unit, derived from the S1000XR, the thoroughbred sports bike. So it's no surprise that this bike goes. It's been retuned for the 2020 to give it more mid-range. So although it really sort of takes off above about 7,000 RPM, it does have usable torque and acceleration lower down the rev range as well. So it's been properly designed as a road bike, and I love that about the bike. So that's number 3 on my list of the top 5 things I love about it. Performance and acceleration of this engine, it's just superb. Okay, I'm just slowing right down now, just to give the car ahead some space to clear off. Because number 2 on my list very much linked of course to the engine. Oh hello, what's going on here? We'll let him go in the Manitou. Could have been nasty. Okay, so number 2 on my list, I'll demonstrate and listen out for this as well. So that's up through the gearbox. Sadly there's a car behind, so I won't chop down quickly, but that's number 2 on my list. Is the awesome Quickshifter on here. The Quickshifter and gearbox, absolutely cracking on this machine. Let's come up this way for a change. Now I can change down, look, banging down through the box clutchlessly of course, because this bike has BMW's Gear Shift Assist Pro, their up and down quick shifter, and it's one of the better units I've ever used. I'm used to riding my big old GS, and that at best has an agricultural gearbox. This one is anything but agriculture. It's smooth as silk to use, and that quick shifter just works lovely. It doesn't feel like you're crunching up gears and that they're complaining that you're doing some damage to the gearbox. It just works nicely both up and down the box. So that's number 2 on my list of the things I love about the BMW S1000 XR. Absolutely cracking gearbox and quick shifter. Oh dear, feels like there might be a bit of rain in the air. That's no good. Thank goodness I'm wearing the right clothing. I'm wearing one of my Gore-Tex jackets today. If you're interested in the kit I'm wearing, I often get asked about, you know, what jacket was that you wear or what gloves, whatever. Well, stick around and stay tuned to the very end of the video. I'll do one of my now infamous fashion segments. I'll take you through all the kit I'm wearing and provide you with some links as well to that, so stick around to the end of the video for that, as I say. Alright, more importantly, back to my top 5 things I love. Number 1 on my list, which is the most important thing of course, and unfortunately I can't demonstrate it while I'm behind this car, so let's wait and see where he's going and we'll go somewhere else. Hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate number 1 on my list. Which way is he or she going? They're going that way. Alright, we'll go this way then. Nationals, excellent. So up to the important stuff then. What's the thing that I absolutely love about this bike most? What's number 1 on my list? Well, perhaps not the best road to demonstrate it on. There's a bit of traffic about, but it's something that I noticed as soon as I jumped on this bike. The thing that I love about it the most is its handling and its agility. It just corners like a proper sports bike, and it feels so light when you do so. It's one of those point and shoot bikes. You don't really have to think about it. The bike is just a joy in terms of its handling. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's lightweight. It is quite a light bike for such a big bike. It's the way the weight is carried, and it's this suspension as well. Of course, it's got the electronic suspension on this particular bike, and it's set up just lovely. I've got it in dynamic at the moment, and it means you can really hustle this big old bike around. So even though it looks like a touring bike, what with the panniers and everything on it, it absolutely doesn't feel like one. It's right up there with the best of the sporty sport tourers, if you ask me. It's up there with Multistrada. It's up there with the KTM Super Adventures. It's a proper quick sporty bike this now. BMW have done a lovely job on that. Right, what I need to do is see if I can lose some of this traffic. Let's go down this way. Brakes are amazing. Roads around here are shocking actually in terms of bumpiness, but suspension just smooths all that out a treat. I hope you're getting some semi-stabilised images off these cameras, because it is shaking around, rocking and rolling, as I say. But as a back lane scratcher, this lovely handling really does add to the whole thing. It's a beautiful riding experience. Hello, dark through here. Be a fabulous bike to go touring on, go to the Alps, take all your kit with you, and when you get there you can absolutely thrash it through the mountain passes with its comprehensive electronics looking after you and its punchy engine giving you all the thrills. If you're coming from a sports bike and you fancy something a bit more practical, a bit more comfortable, this is the way to go. Anyway, so that's number 1 on my list of the top 5 things I love about the S1000 XR. Its agility and handling. very much puts the sport into sport touring. I love it. Alright, so I'll be very interested to see what you think of my top 5 list, whether you agree or disagree. If you've owned one of these bikes, do you think I've missed out anything super important? And if you do like these bikes, then stick around to the channel, because I've got lots more videos coming. In particular, I want to try and get a video of my missus on the back, just to see what it's like with their pillion and get her opinion of the comfort, because lots of people often ask me what is the bike like to carry passengers, and certainly with a bike that is designed as a sports tourer, that's an important feature. So I'll try and bring you that, as well of course as my lessons learned video. I'll be giving you all the lessons I've learned about this bike, not just the good things but the bad things too, so stick around for that. And if you are at a loose end, stick around till after the video, as I say, and I'll do you my now infamous fashion segment and let you know about the kit I'm wearing if you're interested in that. Alright, that's it for now. Hope there was some interest. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, this has been the Mr. Fly. Cheerio. Well, thanks for sticking around to the end and to the now infamous fashion segment of the video. So just to let you know the kit that I was wearing during this one, because it just saves me answering all the comments of what was that helmet, whatever you're wearing. So starting off then with the helmet, here we are. This is the Array RX7. It's an absolutely beautiful helmet. It's actually one of the most expensive helmets I own. In fact, I've got the details here. It's the RX7V, and this is in maize. And cost-wise, it comes in at a whopping £789 if you buy one of these. So very, very expensive. It comes with a 5-year warranty, which it should have. Loads of adjustment. You can do all sorts of things with the lining to make it fit properly, pin lock, etc. Looks beautiful, as you can see. Really comfortable, feels like a quality item, but very expensive. But if you do want a racing type helmet and you want to get the best, then that's very much up there with them. Check out the links below at Sports Bike Shop if you're interested in the RX7V Maze. Next up, at the other end of the scale, my gloves. These are from Oxford. These are called the Oxford Brisbane gloves. These are summer gloves, you can see, well vented. All sorts of protection on there. Really like them, and they come in at 25 quid. Great value gloves. I wear them during the summer, or have done this summer, and really, really like them. So recommend those to you again. Once again, links below. 25 quid for the Oxford Brisbane in stealth black. The jacket, you will have seen me wearing this many times before. This is my richer Gore-Tex jacket. Again, quite expensive because it's one of these laminated jackets, but really, really nice in terms of comfort and fit, and super waterproof. If you want one of these, that will cost you £575, but I say properly waterproof. You can wear it in the summer and the winter. It's cool in the summer because of the vents, and it's nice and warm in the winter. Don't know how that works, but it is true. And it's got all the right protection, D30 protection in the shoulders and elbows and in the back as well. So thoroughly recommend that to you. Once again, links below. Okay, so moving on down then, my jeans. You will have seen these before if you saw my Thailand tour. These are the ones I wore there in all sorts of temperatures. These are from Richer again. They're called the Trojan jeans. They're very clever because they're these sort of jeans that have the denim and the abrasion fibres all woven into one. So the single layer, they're not really bulky. If you take out the all the padding in the knees, etc., so you lose knobbly knees, they look just like normal jeans if you go to the pub or whatever. So I really recommend them, and they come in at price wise £143. I'll put a link below to Sports Bike Shop once again. And full disclosure, by the way, all these links below, they're affiliate links, so if you click on them, you're helping out the channel at no extra cost to you, so would appreciate that. Next up, the boots. These are my TCX Gore-Tex boots. They're Gore-Tex, so they are waterproof. These ones are kind of urban style, as you can see. What I like about them is they keep the laces well out of the way by having this velcro bit on them. They're really, really comfortable as well to walk around on, and they're comfortable on the bike as well as off. So I like those. Those are £135. I've had those for a couple of years now. I really recommend them. And then last but by no means least, from my own website, my neck buff, £8 if you go to themissandflyer.com. And this is my underlayer, my base layer if you like, £15 again from themissandflyer.com, and I recommend them to the house. All right, that's it for now. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Cheerio. Hey kids, Mr. Fly here, hope you're well, and welcome back to my garage, where today I'm about to heave this lump out of the garage. It's the brand new for 2020 BMW. Let's do that again because it's not a lump, is it? It's a lovely motorcycle. Let's do it again.